Итак, всем привет, меня зовут Саша, я играю в Fallout 4. Итак, ставьте лайки, оставляйте комментарии и подписывайтесь на мой канал. Итак, продолжаем проходить. Я тут вчера еще не записи поиграл немного. Пришлось тут кое-что посмотреть на видео, найти видео, где этот. Сюда, видимо. Что надо сделать теперь? Поговорить с ним.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Приступим.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens.
Так, сюда что надо встать?
I'm ready when you are. Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Прям в институт, видимо, да? Меня пошлют. Действительно, хочу сделать. Посмотреть. Что за фигня с тобой?
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful.
Useless.
I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Так, давайте вот это посмотрим задание. Так, войти лифт. Мне наконец удалось добраться до института. Нужно найти сына и затем уходить отсюда. Ну, пойдем, посмотрим.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute.
Японский бог, хочу сказать.
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do.
Или надо как-нибудь фонарик выключить.
For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are
Не знаю, я правильно иду, нет?
unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Шон.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Я так давно тебя ищу.
Sean, I've been looking for you for so long.
Who are you?
Я твой папа.
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Все в порядке.
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Все хорошо.
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here
I
now.
don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Успокойся.
Sean, please, calm down. I'll get you out of there.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Ты кто за галунка? Отец, типа.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Отец.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to...
Мне нужны ответы.
I want answers, asshole. Now.
Under the circumstances, I will forgive, but I need you to realize you have traveled. It's good to find. I am.
Это безумие.
Oh, come on. That's crazy.
I assure you, I am completely sane and entirely honest. In the vault.
Sure.
But then you... Is it really so? And here...
Uh-huh.
Так не... Так не ладно.
It wasn't right.
To you, that would certainly... At that time, scientific... So they followed the best they...
Юрий Синты.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synth. The Institute, plenty of that was available, of course. Even in the... But then I was exact... I am the...
Я тебе не верю.
I don't believe you. There's no way any...
I wish there was something...
Докажи.
You're my son? Then prove it. Now.
I've already told you. I've shown you.
Sure. All right. Let's talk then.
I know you must have questions. Please.
Kellogg.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset law. It wasn't until...
Ты его использовал.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
I don't expect you to understand or agree with the decision. The Institute took... Institute Tech... You know, I won't lie. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Sure. So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting... the Institute.
It doesn't matter what they think.
I'm glad we see it the same way.
Right.
Ultimately, the... Just... What else can I...
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the...
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me say? The work. For many years, with old age, but I know there's more.
Sure.
The Institute. I've been a part, and now...
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. Forgive me. There is much to...
I'll do whatever it takes.
I am glad to hear that. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. You want to introduce...
Right.
And finally...
Стоп, хотите сказать, я работаю на него, что ли, да? Ну, пойдемте встретимся с руководством.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo. That's the
Remember
third
to
one
keep
we required.
unnecessary power consumption to a minimum.
Phase over new models can't come soon enough. Oh, I don't know. Most
Hi,
of them
Doc.
lasted
They
long
weren't
past
kidding.
their projected lifespans.
You really are here.
If you ask
Well, all
me,
right.
they
I'm
were built
Allie.
pretty well.
Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us, if you don't mind...
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him...
Uh-huh.
Now, as you might guess, we maintain...
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of machinery behind the work we do. So,
Absolutely.
oh, good to... Take your time. If there's anything...
I'm good for now.
Goodbye, then. I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the films on screen.
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
A clean and healthy work environment.
No visible reaction to
Странно видеть
the dosage of
эту фигню.
and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's good.
But that supplement is no longer available.
Useless machine.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Excuse me, doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are.
Well, that was productive.
Don't worry. I promise I won't get in your way.
Thank you, I do appreciate that. Oh, but I've been told you're to be given...
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay,
Right.
in case the if nothing else. Now, unless there's something else.
I'm good for now.
All right.
Видимо, еще с кем-то надо поговорить, да? Ну-ка, идем поговорим. Еще там с кем-то.
Welcome to the Institute. Authorized personnel.
Scanning.
Seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock
We're
some
all
heads
looking
together?
forward to working.
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for.
Hey, Doc.
Please
So,
don't.
here
There's
you
enough
are.
friction as it is
Just the
between
nail.
us and
Acting
pretty much
director of
all
the
the other
Synth Retention Bureau.
departments.
I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
No problems here.
Good to hear. Now, Father is our primary...
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synth...
Certainly. The results could... Our main coursers, they are highly self-sufficient. But I gather you know. In fact...
I'm no stranger to come.
Even so.
Sure.
Now, unless you need some...
I'd like to know more about the synth...
Fine. Once we then begin the deadly... In those cases, all too often.
Видимо, сейчас надо сейчас с последним поговорить, видимо, а потом с кем-то там.
Systems nominal.
Нормально, кстати, я с оружием хожу, пофигу. Походу дела. Просто с оружием ходим.
Not yet. I've been...
Doc.
I wonder how the
Welcome.
Warwick family is
So
doing.
good to have you here.
Young
Dr.
Wally must
Clayton
be close to
Holden,
10 years old
head
by
of the
now.
bioscience
It's
division.
remarkable
I
that any
can't wait
child
for you
can
to see the work
survive
we're
for so
doing.
long up there, don't
It's
you think?
truly amazing.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give, as the name our most important. To that end, we've even started. You probably saw.
Seems like there's nothing you guys...
With hard work, I'm sure.
I doubt it. I just don't think I'd fit...
It's a big decision. In any case.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Take care then.
Director Holdren seems very taken with you.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
You smell like you've been above ground.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Sean, about this synth.
You mean the child? It's a fascinating project.
He's definitely...
Yes. I'll make sure it, but do you think...
I don't need a synth. I found the real Sean.
Yes, but I wouldn't claim...
Sean.
Our advances will, in time, change the world.
window is open for a heavy to make contact, but they should act now. The package is still in my possession.
Или я ничего не понимаю.
Why can't a synth be a person too? I don't really see the difference.
You're here. Glad you made it.
Excuse me, I've got reports to deliver.
Involuntary twitching and
Doctor.
rapid eye movement for witness time.
Our third generation sits our truth.
Sean.
This truly is a wonderful place, isn't it?
Стоп. Давайте опять еще раз зайдем. Только сейчас посмотрим по-другому. Знаете, что я заново все начинаю, по-заново надо играть.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Let's do this.
You sure? I'll start scanning.
Uh-huh.
I'm ready when you are. Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here
Sean?
Huh?
for your son.
Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean. I've been looking for you for so long.
Who are you?
Sean.
Father, what's
Sean, are you okay?
going on?
I agree.
What's going on?
Sean. 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 It'll be.
I don't know.
Yep. Please, Sean. I'm your father. Talk to me. Just open the door.
Father? Father, help me! He's
Mm-hmm.
Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you
Он мне
understand.
кажется, вот.
We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
This is.
The degree of...
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you. But I need you to realize you have trapped. It's good to find I am.
Bullshit.
Is it?
Sure.
In the vault. But then you learn. Is it really so? And to you that at that time scientific. So they
Human synths?
human. The Institute.
Right.
Plenty of that. Even in the. But then the Institute found me. I am.
I don't believe you.
I wish there was.
You're my son?
I've already told. I've shown you my trust.
All right.
I know you.
Kellogg.
Kellogg. It wasn't.
He was a murderer. He killed your mother.
Believe me. The Institute. I won't lie. What else?
Sure. Kellogg.
Kellogg. It was.
You knew the man was a...
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute, you know, I won't lie. What else, Kellogg?
So you're in charge?
I am the acting, the Institute.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the...
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, just what else can I say?
Your mother.
Yes. I've gone over them.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me say? For many, with old age comes... But I know there's the Institute. I've been... And now...
You want me to stay here?
Yes. The Institute. You've been.
Если я соглашусь.
Things are pretty terrible up there.
I've seen it myself. I know. That is why we are... And it's a lot.
Right.
We really do have humanity. Will you take...
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is... You want to... And finally...
Ну, давай поговорим с остальными людьми. Знаем что-нибудь.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's a...
Excuse me, doctor.
I don't know.
Kidding. You
Most
really
of them
are
have
here.
lasted long past their
When Father
protected
told us
lifespans.
about you, I
If you
could
ask
hardly
me,
believe it.
they were
You've
built
been through
pretty
so
well.
much. I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my...
Uh-huh. I just wanted to find my son. Thank you.
Now that you've found him, I'll give you a quick... As you might get, we maintain... There's a lot of... The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other... So,
Absolutely.
good to hear. Take your time. If there's anything else...
It must be a challenge to meet the power demand.
Absolutely. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help when necessary. Fortunately, it's a good thing. I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
You had time to examine my latest reports on batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operation.
Hi,
I
Doc.
wonder how the Warwick
Welcome.
family is doing.
So good to have you here.
Young Wally
Dr.
must be
Clayton,
close to
I can't wait for you to see the work.
Remarkable that any child can
I look
survive
forward to learning more about it.
In that case, as the name, our most important directive, to that end, we've even started, you probably saw,
Seems like there's nothing.
with hard work, and I'm sure,
I'm not sure how well.
great. In any case,
You mentioned medical care. I might need that.
in that case, he's our top, Dr. Volk, you won't find.
Видимо, сейчас совсем и так повернем, наверное. Наверняка.
Is it true food supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing.
Excuse me, doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, yes.
Uh-huh. Don't worry. I promise I won't get in your way.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. Oh, but I've been told to install. You're to be given full access.
Thank you. I'm sure.
Given that the relay, in case the if nothing else. Now, unless
I'd like a progress report on your division, if you don't mind.
taking your new appointment. Very well. I'm hoping that.
I hope you and Father try to make things right for us.
Видимо, надо сейчас с последним поговорить, видимо. С
No
кем-то.
visible reaction to the K-14 com. You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. A.
Nothing to report, sir.
Seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock
We're
some
all
heads
looking
together.
forward to now.
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for.
Hey, Doc.
Please
So,
don't. There's
here
enough
you are.
friction as it is between
I'll be
us
upfront with
and
you.
pretty much all
Despite
the
your-
other departments.
I'm sure.
No problems here.
Good to hear. Now, Father is our primary.
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths remain here.
Certain. The results could. Our main instrument is Corsairs hunt. They are highly so. But I gather you know.
Sure.
In fact,
I'm no stranger to combat.
even so.
Mhm.
Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'd like to know more about this.
Fine. Once a Corsair has
Right.
we then begin the. In those cases, all too often we're unable to repair.
Теперь что надо сделать? Так. Поговорить с отцом. А, видимо, надо было и так, наверное, поговорить. Видимо. Блин. Ну, пойдем поговорим с ним, с этим, с отцом. Если он на самом деле мне отец.
At full capacity.
All systems nominal.
And remember, you're here. Glad you made it.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed.
I'm glad you can. Ultimately,
Мне
all
кажется,
our
они
knowledge
похожи.
and resources
Мне
are focused on us. Unfortunate, as remarkable.
Sure.
The superior synth.
If they're so dangerous, you should destroy them and start over with a better design.
There is no need, as you will soon. A rogue. His memories have been under his lead.
Right.
I've dispatched.
We'll bring that synth home.
That would be best. Now you should get.
Так, встреча с охотником. Где охотник? С каким, мать его, охотником? Ау. С каким охотником, непонятно. Их тут, не знаю, куча, наверное. Этих охотников.
Father is more than just our
Are you going
leader.
to tell me
He is
about
our
this?
creator.
No, I can't help that.
Sir, we've had another situation.
Remember
A
to
code
keep
red.
unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't reach. Charge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also,
Good day. Pardon me.
Видимо, где-то наверху, видимо. Потому что... Получается... Стоп. Ясно, значит, в этом. В городе. Ну, кто поймет, так кто поймет. Ну, пойдем вернем робота. Можно вот так перемещаться сейчас? Не знаю, можно, не можно. Можно. Только... видимо, у меня тут метка-то не стоит. Можно, значит, перемещаться так. пойдемте, как его назвать, охотника спасать. Правильно я иду. Тебе-то что надо от меня?
I'm gonna make this as painful as possible.
Идем помочь что ли?
There's someone else here. Right here. Right here.
Если их увидели.
I was hoping for a challenge. Guess I'll keep it. Is that it? Target's gone.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X6, we're not alone.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter guard. Just give the word, and we can start the assault on the main flotilla.
All right, let's go.
Right behind you, sir.
Так, базу. Получается, базу эту, что ли? Бросал снаряда уничтожить себя. Но это ж как-то странно звучит-то. Для того, чтобы базу надо уничтожить. Мне кажется, странно. Или не базу, или чего-то там.
What the fuck was that?
What was that?
Shoot him! Shoot him all! Hell yeah!
Playing games with me, huh?
This is bullshit. It's called shooting straight.
Базу надо уничтожить. Ошибись называется. Базу уничтожить. А нафиг ее уничтожать, я не понимаю. А, это ты. Ну, если он сам, мне что здесь с этого будет-то, а?
Hold up a moment, sir. There's something important I need to tell you.
I'm listening.
I'm going to give you... You'll need to say B592, initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code, Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down...
Good. I'd like to avoid...
Well, that's all.
Well done. Judging by your gear, I'm gonna guess you two are agents like me. So, get it to the top. Is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth?
Right. Gabriel, you aren't who you think you are. You're a synth.
Sin? What the hell are you talking about? I remember my whole... Explain!
I'll make this easy for you.
That's the way you want.
Initialize factory reset. Gamma 7 Epsilon.
Nice work, sir. I'll take the synth back. This is X688, ready to relay with reclaimed synth B592. Your new quarters are...
Сейчас свет включу.
Why can't a synth be a person too? I don't really see the difference.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth.
Gabriel and his gang were sick bastards, hanging their victims up like trophies. I'm just glad it's over.
While we can do, but enough about it. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome.
Right.
While you were away, you'll find all the basic necessities. Go and have a look. I think you'll be...
Собственная команда.
I wish you could have known Father as we have.
Good to see you.
Remember to practice good sanitation habits at all times.
I fixed one relay and 2 more starts to fail. That messed up.
Scanning. Subject identified.
Feels like this project has been going on for months.
Так, получается наверху. И пойдем наверх, значит.
Your new quarters are here, sir. When you're finished here, sir, Father wants to see you.
All maintenance requests should be directed to the Facilities Division.
Так, получается, нас надо поговорить типа с отцом. Ну, пойдем поговорим типа с отцом.
Son.
Ah. Hello, Father. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
I try and talk it out, see if things can be resolved peacefully.
An admirable goal. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the... They no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are some...
Sure.
You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
They mean well. They're only doing what they...
You dealt with Libertalia. That's the result of their selfish, short-sighted plan. Usually they are... I'm afraid we have learned that...
Sounds pretty simple.
Hopefully, yes. But it's important. We also don't...
Я все сделаю.
I'll act quickly. You can count on me.
You'll have a contact with...
посмотреть, что надо сделать. Я что-то не понял, там не обязательно информировать подземку.
Carrington wants word.
You really walk the Freedom Trail?
Desdemona.
I just heard the most fascinating rumor.
Mm-hmm.
The story goes that you actually found the Institute. Sounds crazy, right?
It's all true.
Deacon says you must feel justifiably proud of what your Minutemen have achieved. Eventually, the Minutemen will devise their own plan to deal with the Institute. But I doubt you're... I'm counting...
I'll stick with my people in the Minutemen.
Of course I'm disappointed. But hope...
Deacon's record is the best.
Desdemona.
Learn a lot from
Please.
Shit! I've been hit.
I don't know.
Take your time.
Uh-huh.
Что, давай сейчас покажите. Так. Я не знаю, надолго не надо.
Carrington wants word. Word is Diamond City is under
Desdemona.
Shit! I've been hit. I just heard the most fascinating rumor. This sounds crazy.
Uh-huh.
Если уклонить.
That sounds crazy, all right.
That's not a denial.
Right.
You must feel justifiably proud of what your Minutemen... Eventually, the Minutemen will devise their own plan to deal with the Institute. But I'm counting on...
I don't know.
Take your time.
Mm-hmm.
Sam!
Shit, we got to come back.
Стоп.
Doc Carrington's been asking for you. Welcome to the family.
We're a color...
Desdemona.
I just heard the most fascinating rumor. The story goes that you actually found the Institute. Been there and back. Sounds crazy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Deacon said you deny it, but he has proof you used teleportation. Of all things, you must feel justifiably proud of what you're... Eventually, but I doubt you're... I'm counting...
Mm-hmm. You think the Minutemen won't help the synths?
The Minutemen are... And time... The synths...
I'll stick with my people.
Of course I'm...
Sometimes the direct approach isn't the best to take.
Desdemona.
Please. Ah! Shit! I've been hit!
I don't know.
Take your time.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
А, понятно, добраться до бункера, я так понял, что... Да, сейчас доберусь до бункера. Не обязательно их информировать, я так понял. Ладно. И их не надо информировать. Сейчас, наверное, доберемся до этого. Там до чего там нужно добраться.
I've been waiting for you.
Sorry to have held you up.
Try and keep up from here out. Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear?
Yeah, we've got this.
Remember, the synths are the primary objective. Harm must be avoided at all costs. Here are the recall codes. Follow me. SRB intelligence reports indicate that the mission's parameters just changed. We're going shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Зарегистрировано много видео развития. Ух ты. Телепортация. хорошего не попался. Нормально, война идет просто. Поливает побег. Не понятно, кто кого фигачится. Что надо сделать? Разобраться с сбежавшими симптомами.
Maybe they're still here, watching us, laughing.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Huh?
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace.
пытаюсь, я что-то не понял.
Will there be a good fight? I hear something. You cannot engage in detection. What? Who's there? You hit like a rat.
Calculating most efficient attack.
Weren't you?
Sean.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just... The only hope for humanity lies...
It's not so bad.
Perhaps, standing here, I know that both of us...
They kept me on.
They did. I was the perfect. Well, the instinct. It only made. I'll admit. So not only extraordinary.
So it was you.
Yes, certainly.
Sure.
An experiment.
Right.
I had with the Commonwealth corrupt. Perhaps most.
Sean, you need to.
I can see soon. The future. Bunker Hill did not go well.
It's my fault.
I gave you this. That will now be significant. Bunker Hill, and to see the brother. I will refrain from sharing. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Так. Что за задание мне надо там? Наверное, это и есть задание, которое сейчас должно выполнить.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Пойдем поговорим с отцом, по сути дела.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's important.
Son.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's important.
Получается, за ним надо идти, что ли? Пойдем на совещание.
A clean and healthy work environment is essential to maximum productivity.
Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
My apologies, sir.
Извините, что если будет видео такое долгое.
Before we speak further.
Perhaps after you make this assembly, we can use your components to make something that's actually
Ah,
useful.
well.
Yes, sir.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
Of course.
Really? Well, there's no shame in being out of the loop. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, very valuable. I'm not talking about with every advance the Institute makes. Our need for raw, many compromise.
In this world, I'm sure compromise is necessary.
Quite right. Phase 3,
Sure.
It will ensure not just our.
Sounds like an important step.
That's, well, the reactor is supposed to. And to how...
Right.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on while I'm not over...
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for... Now.
I don't know.
Dr. Holdren, as I'm sure... I'm sorry. Our best.
What? Can't be
Please,
serious.
everyone, I'm sorry. This is not how I wanted.
There must be something we can do to help you.
The only thing we can talk. The Institute, to that end.
Oh, boy. You can't be serious.
Really?
I couldn't be more proud of what we've achieved.
I had no idea.
I know this is Well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Father.
Mm-hmm. I can do the job.
Of course you can. There's no question. That's why I'd like... There are harm.
Mm-hmm.
Так, давайте мы на этом остановимся, продолжим завтра. Всем пока, ставьте лайки, оставляйте комментарии, всем пока. Всем удачи.